Hi, Penny. Hello.
What's up, honey?
Hi, it's me.
Good morning. Hello,
Hi.
hello.
How are you?
Okay, so we'll get started in about a minute here.
Yeah, the snatch, is it one where you go up to the ceiling? You know the snatch, is it one where you blast up to the ceiling?
Yes, we do have snatches. I don't know why it's not showing me your,
Oh,
why I can't, won't let me see your sound, but
it's just because I
can you
have a
type it in the chat for me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, let's get started here. So good morning, good morning. we have our core workout for today. So we're going to do a warm up and then we'll get started. Yes. Okay. Just typing some into the client. Oh, okay, you can hear me. Okay, that's good. Then I don't have to type it out. Yes, I'll get you to do a single arm dumbbell swing if our ceiling is a little bit too short for our hanging dumbbell snatch. So, okay, we'll get the clock started and I will show you. So we're gonna grab onto one of our dumbbells. And instead of a snatch, you can do a single arm swing. So you're holding onto the dumbbell, hinging at the hips, squeeze the glutes, coming tall. So we still want to keep that core nice and tight. Or you're going into a single arm snatch. So holding in your weaker side, hips come back, drive through the heels, squeeze the glutes. Okay, so push the hips back, drive through, squeeze the glutes. Good morning, good morning. So hanging just above the knees, coming on up. Good, 2 more, 2, and 1. Okay, let's swap those sides. So you're gonna have the weight in the stronger hand now. Core nice and tight, push your chest out. Squeeze the glutes. So when we're going for that single arm snatch, you want to drive the elbow up and keep that weight as close to the body as you can. 2, and 1. Okay, perfect. Let's go to our prisoner squats. So for our prisoner squats, your hands are behind your head. Pull your elbows back. You're keeping your chest up. And we're squatting down as low as you comfortably can without hinging over. So you want to keep your chest up. Knees come forward. Squeeze the glutes coming tall. Okay, so just try and keep the chest up as fast as you can. Squeeze and exhale as you come on up. All right, 2 more. 2. Squeeze the glutes, and 1. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna head into our alternating mountain steps. So we're down on the ground for this one. In a high plank, push to the floor. You're gonna bring one foot forward, reset to high plank, switch those sides. So core nice and tight. Bring your foot up, flat on the floor. Push to the ground as you reset with those feet back together. Perfect. Almost there. Awesome. Okay, and we're gonna go flip on over. If you have a mat, you can grab that. We're gonna go to bicycle and rotate pulses. So hands underneath the head, and you're going to pulse your foot up and down while keeping your elbow towards that opposite knee. The higher the foot, the easier it is in that low back. Keep the low back pushed into the ground. Yep. So you're reaching your elbow to your opposite knee, pulsing up and down. Good, so you'll feel it in your core here, and then pushing the low back into the floor. In 3, 2, 1, switch sides. And again, pulsing that leg, trying to get that elbow toward that opposite knee as best as you can. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're gonna come back to standing. And we're gonna do an offset reverse lunge. So we're gonna hold the weight in one hand. And then we're gonna take the opposite leg back, drop that knee, squeeze the glutes. We can also do a squat on one side as well. So if you have any knee issues, you're gonna go for a 1 dumbbell squat. So you're having it on one side, keeping that core nice and tight. Or again, you're going into your offset reverse lunge, squeeze the glutes coming back together. Keep our core nice and tight. We can exhale as we bring that knee up. 2 and 1. Okay, we're going to switch those sides over. Chest is nice and proud. Shoulders down and back. Good. Bending that back knee in a nice straight line. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's take it down to the floor again. We're going to do a half Turkish get up. So we're going to start with that weight. In the weaker hand, your whatever hand to the left side has the weight, your left leg will be bent. Now your right arm, it goes palm down, just below shoulder height, and extend your right leg. You're going to roll up to the side, to your elbow, up to the wrist. Your bum comes up, and then keep your eyes on your weight, and then bum comes back down to your elbow, and down to your wrist. So keep your eyes right on your weight. You're going to roll up to your right, even though the weight is in the left. And then up to the wrist. And then bum comes up. Okay. And then bum back down, elbow, all the way. One more time. Up to your elbow, up to your wrist. And then when you bring your bum up, lift your bum almost in like a hip extension. And back down to the floor. And switch those sides up. So your right arm has the weight, your right leg is bent, and extend your left leg, and your left hand is palm down. Up to the elbow, watching that weight. Good, keep your eyes right up to the wrist. Thumb comes up, thumb down, elbow, all the way. Up to the elbow, up to the wrist. Thumb comes up, thumb back down, elbow, all the way to the floor. One last time. Up to the elbow, up to the wrist. Thumb comes off the floor, and then reverse that order. All right, let's go to some slow plank rainbow. So flip on over. We're gonna go into a low plank. Keep that core nice and tight. Squeeze your glutes. Dropping the hips from side to side, nice and controlled. Can you see me? Good. Okay, so nice and controlled. Keep that core tight. Belly button pull to the spine. Want to be in a proper low plank as you reset before switching sides. Good. Perfect. And let's go into our alternating bird dogs. So you're in an all fours position. Push to the ground, core nice and tight. Opposite arm to leg extends, but not higher than the body. And then you can tap, reset, switch sides. It's all about control here. Taking your time, pausing with your hand and your foot out, tapping it if you can, reset, switch the sides up. Perfect. Looking good. And one more. All right, so we're going to end with some side plank. Okay. So elbow underneath shoulder. You can bend the bottom leg down and pull the shoulder blades together. You're going to reach your hand and then tap your knee and then reset. If you're comfortable with that, then you're going to bring your feet together in same position. It's just going to be a little bit harder. So extend your arm and then tap your knee to your elbow, reset. You want to keep pushing to the floor, not letting your hips fall down, and then pull your top shoulder back. 2 more. 2 and 1. Okay, let's flip those sides over. So elbow underneath shoulder, pull the shoulder blades together. You can have the bottom leg bent, or if we're challenging, you're gonna bring your feet together, extend the legs, Reaching out, keep that core nice and tight. Keep your top shoulder pulled back. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Shake it out. We're gonna get started here. We have 10-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds as possible. We're gonna spend 10 minutes going through our exercises and see if we can get 2 rounds in there. Okay, so thanks for joining me Instagram. It's been a slice, and come join us in the Gordy Facebook group. Okay, so we're gonna have a single arm snatch or a single arm kettlebell swing. Okay, to start, and going in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, here we go. So keep your shoulders even, core nice and tight, belly button pull to the spine. Almost there. And we're gonna switch those sides to your stronger arm. Core nice and tight. Squeeze the glutes. Belly button stays pulled to the spine. 2, and 1. Okay, we can throw our weight to the side, and we're gonna go to our prisoner squats. So hands behind the head, keeping our chest lifted up. Drive the knees out, drop down low, squeeze the glutes. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Let's get down to the floor for alternating mountain steps. So you're pushing through the ground, you're in a high plank, and you're gonna alternate bringing your foot up, push to the ground, reset, squeeze your glutes. So nice and controlled. Keep our core tight. Keep pushing through the floor. You don't want to let your shoulders cave in. And then keep that core super tight. Nice, looking good, just about there. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, shake it out. We're gonna come on over for our bicycle and rotate pulses. Okay. Hands underneath the head, supporting, not tugging. And then we're gonna pulse that leg. The lower you go, the more challenging it is to keep your low back pushed into the ground. So we'll just keep that in mind. Good. And if it's a bit much in the back, then you can do say 5 and then keep switching those sides. Okay, looking strong. Back core tight. Low back is pushed into the floor. Nice, you got it. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's head back to our feet here. And either going into your single arm snatch or your kettlebell swings. Keeping the shoulders even, core nice and tight. Perfect, looking good. And we're gonna switch the hands to our stronger side. Awesome, looking good. Keeping that core tight, squeezing the glutes. Belly button stays pulled to the spine. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Throw that weight to the side. Remember, prisoner squats, hands behind the head, keeping the chest lifted up. Then we're going to sink our bum down, squeeze the glutes. Perfect, looking good. Then we keep fighting, pulling those elbows back, keeping that chest lifted up. Almost. And then let's do a little hold at the bottom, hold and pulsing. Keeping the chest up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Woo, we're down on the floor for our mountain steps. So you're in a high plank. Push to the ground, core nice and tight. Alternating which foot steps forward. Keep pushing to the ground, not letting your shoulders cave in. Perfect. Almost. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go to our bicycle and rotate pulses. Hands underneath the head, supporting, not tugging. Bring your elbow toward that opposite knee and pulsing that foot up and down, keeping that low back push into the floor and the core nice and tight. And again, if this is a bit much, you can do 5 on each side and keep alternating till we're done. Almost. 4, 3, 2. So walk those sides if you haven't already. Awesome, looking good. Keep that low back push into the floor. Core nice and tight. Almost. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's get one more round in there. Okay, so back to your kettlebell swings with weaker arm first or your single arm snatches. So again, with kettlebell swings, you're hinging at the hips, squeeze the glutes, reaching through the legs, keeping the core tight, and we want to hinge on over, so you should feel it as well in the backs of the legs. Perfect. Almost there. Exhale, drag to the heels, standing tall. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Switch those sides over. Hinging at the hips. Squeeze the glutes, standing tall. Keeping the shoulders even. Exhale as we come on up. 2, and 1. Okay, we can throw the weight to the side. We have our prisoner squats, hand behind the head, pull the elbows back, keep the chest lifted up, squeeze the glutes coming up. Nice, this is good. Awesome, just about there. And 3, 2, 1. And let's pulse it out. Perfect. And let's do some mountain steps. Down on the ground into a high plank. Pushing through the floor, core nice and tight. Stepping our foot forward, pushing through the ground. Keeping that belly button pulled to the spine. All right, looking strong. Almost. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bicycle and rotate pulses. We're almost there. Hands underneath the head, opposite elbow toward your knee. Push your back into the ground. Keep the core tight. Almost. 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch if you haven't already. Or you're switching every 5. Looking good. That core tight. Almost. And 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right. Whew. We're gonna grab some water quickly, and we'll move on to our second AMRAP. We're gonna start with an offset reverse lunge or an offset squat, depending. Try and wrap my hair back up. All right. Okay, so grabbing a weight. And here we go. So either a reverse lunge, keeping your weaker leg forward, or you're going to an offset squat. And if you're comfortable with the reverse lunge, you can also do a knee drive, but you don't necessarily have to if it doesn't work for you. Perfect. Keeping that core tight, shoulders down the back. 2, and 1. Okay, let's switch those hands up. And switching legs if you're doing a reverse lunge. Perfect, you got it. Good, almost there. And 1. Okay, so let's head down to the floor for our Turkish get up. So we're going to start with the weight in the left side, and our left leg is bent. Extend your right leg and push your toe to the side. So have your foot facing down, toe to the side. For a little support, and your right hand down. And you're going to roll toward that side up to the elbow, up to the wrist, and then bum comes up. Yeah, and then keep your eyes right on that weight. Good. Bum back down, elbow, all the way. Up to the elbow, up to the wrist, bum comes up, back down to the floor. Yeah, so keep that foot right down on the floor. Good. Bum up, back down. Good, and try to keep that arm as straight as you can. Almost down on this side. And back down to the floor. And one last time, up to the elbow, up to the wrist. Bum comes up, bum down, elbow. Okay, let's switch. So your right leg is bent, your right arm is straight. Left leg, extend the leg and the arm. The palm will be face down, up to your elbow, up to your wrist. You got this. Bum comes up. And keep that arm locked out. So the further it is in front of you, the harder it will be. So try and keep that weight straight up in the air. So try and keep it facing right up. Your arm straight toward the sky. Punching on up. To the wrist. Back down. Down to the elbow. Down to the floor. Up to the elbow. Up to the wrist. Thumb comes up. Thumb down. Elbow. All the way. Up to the elbow. Up to the wrist, thumb comes up, thumb down, elbow all the way. 2 more. Up to the elbow, up to the wrist, thumb comes up, and then reversing that order down one last time. Up to the elbow, up to the wrist, thumb comes up, thumb down, elbow, all the way to the floor. Let's go do some slow plank rainbows. Flip on over to a low plank. Squeeze your glutes, feet together. You're going to slowly turn to one side, reset to a proper low plank, and then switch. Keeping our core tight, pushing through the ground so our shoulders are not caving in. Almost there. And rest it out. Let's go into some alternating bird dogs. So you're in an all-fours position, push to the ground, opposite arm to leg extends, gentle pause, tap that side, reset, push through the ground. Again, not letting your shoulders cave in. Core nice and tight. Good, almost there. You've got it, reaching on out. Keep that core tight. Find your balance. And rest it out, okay? We're back on our feet. Let's try and get one more round in there. So offset squats or an offset reverse lunge. Good, keep those shoulders down and back. Core nice and tight. You're gonna drop that knee in a straight line. Squeeze your glutes, coming back together. Perfect. Good, you got it. Shake it out. Make sure those knees are feeling okay. Two more, two, and perfect. Let's swap those sides. Okay. Core nice and tight. And then take your time in that squat. Make sure you're bending that knee. Good, keeping that core nice and tight. Good, just about there. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's go back down for a half Turkish get up. So starting with the weight in the left hand with our left leg bent. Okay, so right foot is extended with the toe down to the right side. Right arm, hand flat. Roll up to the elbow, keeping that arm nice and straight. And yeah, push over to the right hand side. Yeah, to the wrist, thumb comes up, thumb down, elbow, all the way. Up to the elbow, up to the wrist. Good. Thumb comes up, thumb down, elbow, all the way. To the elbow, up to the wrist. Yeah, good. Perfect. 2 more. Good. And 1 more. Up to the elbow, up to the wrist. Thumb comes up, thumb down, elbow, all the way. So right arm is up, right leg is bent, and we're going to extend the left leg with the palm flat down, coming up to the elbow, up to the wrist. Thumb comes up, thumb down, elbow, all the way to the floor. Up to the elbow, up to the wrist. Thumb comes up, thumb down, elbow, all the way down. Up to the elbow, up to the wrist. Thumb comes up, thumb down, elbow, all the way. Almost there. The elbow, up to the wrist. Thumb comes up. Reset back down. One last time. Up to the elbow, up to the wrist. Thumb comes up. And then back down to your thumb, elbow, and all the way to the floor. Okay, let's go to some slow plank rainbows. Okay, so down in the low plank, push to the ground, squeeze your glutes, turning from side to side. Almost there. Push to the ground. Keep that core nice and tight. The slower the better. All right, let's end with some bird dogs here. We're almost done. So reaching that opposite arm to leg. Tap if you can. Reset. Switch sides. And keep that belly button pulled to the spine. Core nice and tight. Almost. Last 10. And rest it out. All right. Okay, we have one more circuit, one more AMRAP to go through. So we can grab some water or fix your ponytail if your hair constantly loves to fall down like mine does. Whew, nice and sweaty, just the way we like it. All right. So the first move we're gonna do is a side plank. So you wanna start on that left side down, unless you're left side dominant, then you can start right side down. Okay. So elbow underneath your shoulder. Again, you can bend the leg for support and reaching on up. If it's comfortable for you though, you can stack your feet together. And same thing, lift the hips up, keep the core nice and tight, controlled movements, tapping in, reaching out. Awesome. Almost. 2 and 1. Let's switch some sides over. Elbow underneath shoulder. You can have that bottom leg bent, or if you're comfortable, feet together. Reaching that elbow towards your knee. Almost. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's go into some zombie sit-ups here. Okay, so extend your legs, have your arms flat down. Trying to keep your back flat. So we try not to round, keep your chest lifted up, back as flat as you can. And then we'll go nice, slow, and controlled up and down. Perfect. That looks great. Perfect. Like a zombie rising from the dead. Keeping that nice control. That looks fantastic. Perfect. Looking good. Awesome. Almost there. Good. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. And then nice and controlled as we lower back down the floor one more time. Okay. Let's go into a side crunch. So elbow underneath shoulder. And then you can have your bottom hand flat down for support. And then from here, you're going to crunch up and then reset. If that's a bit much, you can bend the knees as well. Okay, so hand is down for support. Whatever side, your left side is down, left hand. And then crunching on up. Yeah. Good. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. And 7. Okay, let's flip those sides over. So your right side is going to be down with your right arm flat for support. And then crunching on up. Perfect. All right, and we're gonna go to a triple crunch. So laying down, hands underneath your head. You're gonna cross, cross on your other side, and then coming up to your center. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and that's one rep. So across your body on both sides, and then crunching up to the center. Side, side, and both. Good. Oh, it's perfect. Awesome, just about there. Last rep. And let's go for our side reach again. Okay. Good, we can get one more round in there. So elbow underneath shoulder, lift the hips up. Again, you can bend your bottom leg instead for support. And keep your top shoulder pulled back. Lift the hips up. 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna swap those sides over. Elbow underneath shoulder. Again, you can bend that bottom leg for support, or if you're comfortable, stack your feet. And then reach as far away from the body as you can. Lift the hips up. Keep the shoulder blades pulled together. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, awesome. Let's head into our zombie sit-ups. So extending your arms and legs, nice, slow, and controlled, keeping our back as flat as we possibly can as we come up and down. Perfect. That looks great. Nice control. That's fantastic. Awesome. Looking good. Fantastic. We're just about there. Letting it burn. Good. 2 more. 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay, let's go for our side straight leg crunch. So left side, your hand is extended, and then you're gonna crunch on up, reset back down. Good. And switch those sides over. So your right palm will be flat down for support. Arms extended, swing on up. And again, if the straight legs is a bit much, you can bend them. It'll take some of the pressure off. And 1. Let's go to our triple crunch to finish it off. Okay, hands underneath the head. 1 across the body, 2 across the body, and both into the center. Across the body. You don't have to necessarily bring the legs up. If you're not comfortable, keep them right down on the floor and just bring that opposite elbow across and then crunching on up. Almost finishing nice and strong. We're so close to done. Whew, letting it burn. Almost there. Last little bit. And rest it out. Whew. Okay, let's get into some stretching. Right down on the floor, you can bring your knees to your chest. You can lace your hands around your knees, and we're just going to gently sway from left to right. And we can bring our hands out to the sides of our shoulders. Our legs are at 90 degrees, slow and controlled. Let them fall down to one side, not forcing it. And then we're going to look the opposite way, and we're going to hold at the bottom. So we're holding here, and then in about 15 seconds, we'll switch. Perfect. And keeping our core nice and tight, we're slowly in control. We're going to bring our legs back to center, and we're going to switch those sides again, nice, slow, and controlled, and look the opposite direction. Holding at the bottom. Pause here. And slow and controlled, pulling back into your center. We're going to come up right here. Bring the soles of your feet together. Hold your ankles and then bring them in close. Use your knees to gently push down on the side of use your elbows to gently push on the side of your knees. And then we want to make sure we're not hunching. So keep the chest lifted up. You can lean forward, but we just want to make sure the shoulders are not hunched. You'll feel the stretch a lot more with a nice straight back. And then just gently leaning forward. Perfect. And we're going to extend our legs from here. And we want to do the same thing of not rounding our back. We're going to keep our chest up and gently lean forward as much as you comfortably can without the shoulders rounding. So chest is up. You can even have your hands on your legs for support to make sure you're not rounding through the back. And then you can pull your toes towards you just to feel a little bit more. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's take it into a child's pose. So you're going to go on your knees. You're going to reach your hands away from the body. Tuck your elbows to the center. Tuck your pelvis, chest down to the floor, and extend the hips back. Left palm up towards the ceiling and underneath your right elbow, like your eyesight follow, hold. Yep, so you're going to thread that needle, palm faces up through the elbow. Reset back to center. Your right palm up towards the ceiling, underneath your left elbow, letting your eyesight follow, hold. Reset back to center. We're going to end with a chest bicep stretch here. Okay, so bring the hands behind. The more flexible through the chest and shoulders, so closer together. And then pull the shoulder blades together, scoot your bum down, and then lift your chest up towards the ceiling. You should feel it evenly from the left to the right side. Good, and keep pulling the shoulder blades together and then lifting the chest up. Like you're sunbathing on a beach. Almost there. And gently release. Great job today. You did awesome. Whoop, whoop. Nice work. Thank you so much for joining me today. What a great way to start your day. You have an awesome rest of your Wednesday, and I'll hopefully catch you Friday. Okay,
Bye.
thank you. See you soon.